ready. Welcome to Pilates Flow. We're going to move our bodies this morning. I'm going to get you to start standing in the middle of your mat. And just start to play around with your feet a little bit and just noticing what parts of your feet are touching the floor. Pick up your toes and then place them all back down. Just do that a few times. You're using the whole base of your foot. And then really plant them down and press down into the floor and reach your spine tall. We're going to start with the chin to chest. Close your eyes. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale all that air out, like you're blowing the air down through the soles of your feet. And again, big breath in. Exhale it all out. And let's look to the right shoulder. Drop that right ear behind you, lift the chin to the ceiling, and come all the way across for our global neck circles, looking at the left shoulder. Drag your chin across your chest and keep going right. Up and over and around until you're looking at that left shoulder. Come to center, take a breath, and let's go to the left. Left, we'll drop the ear, come up and through. Take your time with these, don't feel rushed. These little muscles and little joints need our time and attention. And finishing back off where we started, chin to chest. Let's float the chin up into extension. Take your hands to your chest and pull down. Feeling all the tissue in the front of the neck opening. And exhale, let your arms come down beside you. We're going to come into our shoulder blades. Before we do it, today we're going to stay in the middle range. So we're not going to go into our extremes. We're not going to take it up to the very end range here and the very end range in the back. We're just going to stay in the middle somewhere, floating around. Visualize the head of your humerus floating around through your shoulder joint, okay? So form your little square arm, and we'll start by going up but not to the top, and then back but not all the way, and down and around, and you're just staying in that middle range today. Almost creating like a little bit of a buoyancy within the shoulder joint. Your shoulder blades are gliding around on your back. And let's go the other way. Same thing, staying in that middle range. And one more time. Releasing your arms right away into our arm circles forward. Draw your abdominals right in, cinching up like you're cinching up a belt around you. Really reach through your fingertips, control the arms. Same thing here. We don't want to go to any extreme ranges. If anything hurts, you're not going to go there. Stay out of those painful ranges. And let's go the other way as well. Push your feet right into the floor. Keep the abdominals on. Awesome. And then let's finish with the arms above the head. Clasp the hands and tip over to one side. Press down with the opposite. So whatever direction you've gone, you're going to press down with that opposite foot. And come back up through center, go the other way, pushing down through the opposite foot. And let's come back up one more time each side. See if you can drop a little tension out of the shoulders. Are your abdominals still connecting, drawing inwards? And let's let that go. All right, we're going to come into some forward folds here. Nod the chin and roll down. Imagine you're holding two weights in your hands. Those weights are pulling you down as your abdominals lift. We're coming down, we're gonna get into a little pattern, a little breath pattern here. Inhale, we halfway lift, push back, reach the spine. Exhale, we forward fold, soften. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. And again. Exhale, soften. Let's notice our hamstrings. You can bend your knees as deeply as you need to here. Couple more. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. We're just undulating through the spine, making it long and making it round. Take a big breath, inflate your lower back, and let's ragdoll up super slow. Find those abdominals. Imagine the weights in your hands just got a little heavier, and it's harder to pull them up. Use your abdominals. Stay round as long as you can. Let your head and shoulders be last. And then roll the shoulders down. We're sitting into our chair pose. So visualize a chair behind you. You can bring the legs a little more narrow if that feels good, or just hip width is fine. If the arms above the head are not working for you, you can bring them to your hips. We're hanging out here. We're gonna get really warm into our feet and our legs. Let's bring the abdominals a little closer, reaching through the chest. We want to feel that little bit of extension in the chest. Gliding those shoulder blades down. Picture the tips of your shoulder blades gliding down towards your hips. And let's pick up the toes and center our weight in the center of the forefoot and the heel. Couple more breaths here. Every exhale, just observe your abdominals coming inwards, wrapping around you. Take a big breath in, push all your weight into your left foot and step the right foot back. We're now in a lunge. We're holding there. Everything is really square. Shoulders, hips. Bring that right foot forward, take a breath, put all the weight into the right and step back with the left. Squeeze that left glute like it's your job. Really squeeze it, fire it up. And let's step forward, we're gonna pick up the pace. Right leg back, stepping forward, left leg back. Everything stays square. Again, if your arms are bugging you at all, just bring them to your hips. That totally works too. And just continue to switch with lots of control. The leg that's behind you is always squeezing a little harder. Let's do 1 more each leg. Really give that glute some time to turn on. And let's step back to chair. Everyone bring your hands to the hips. And we're gonna pulse here. Little tiny pulses. Maintain that same shape. So the chest is still lifted. The abdominals are still drawing in. And we're just getting nice and warm in those quads. Little tiny pulses. Let's pick up those toes and then plant them all back down. Let's go for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing tall, squeeze your glutes. Walk to the end of your mat. So I've got a little series here coming up. I'm going to give you 2 options. We're going to be going out to our plank. Option number 1, you'll be in your full plank. You'll drop one knee, then the other knee, walk back. If that's not working for you today, we'll be coming out to your plank. You're going to drop both knees, Pick them up, drop them, pick them up, and walk back, okay? So you don't have to hold that plank throughout. We're gonna do 2, come back, 4, come back, 6, 8, etc. Okay? So we're squatting down. We're not gonna forward fold. We're squatting, coming into your squat. When you're ready, hands to the floor. Walk it out to your first plank today. You're gonna squeeze those glutes, lift the abdominals, reach the spine. Find a perfect plank. Lower a knee, bring it up. The other knee, bring it up. Walk your hands, bend the knees. Walking the hands, we come back to our squat. We're here, hands go back, and we're back out for 4 drop downs. When you're ready, when your plank is perfect, 4, 3, 2, 1, back we go. Back to the squat, we're not gonna stand tall. And back we go again. Now this time for 6. So if you're using both knees, you're just doing 6 lift and lowers. Full plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walk it back, bending the knees, pressing through the hands. We squat. Whew, nice and warm in the legs. Back we go for 8. You don't start the knee drops until you're feeling really good about that plank. Squeeze the glutes, lift the abs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great work. Back to your feet. We have 1 more round for 10. And let's go there when you're ready. Make your way out. Drag your fingertips into the floor here. Really strong in the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold your plank. Hold that plank. Keep reaching through your heels. Reach your spine long. Let's sway the weight forward. Back, exhale through your heels. 2 more times. Sway the weight forward. Exhale through the heels. Last one. And back through the heels. Lower your knees and take a shell stretch. Awesome work, you guys. Whew. Let your thighs be wide if that feels good. Let your tummy and chest come down between the legs. I'm starting into this thing right now where when I take my shell stretch, I sway side to side. So try that, it feels really nice. You just kind of go side to side like you're rolling your tummy and your chest along your thighs. I don't know where that came from, but it feels good. Awesome. All right, a couple more deep breaths there. And we're coming back out to on all fours and then immediately down onto your forearms. So the glutes are lifted up into the air. We're nice and square here. We're coming up through some cat stretches on our forearms. Start with a nice long spine, and when you're ready, you're going to press down using your underarm muscles. Really engage, pressing the arms into the floor, rounding your spine up, lifting the abdominals. And it's like you're lifting the back of your rib cage up to the ceiling. Hang out there and breathe. Nice rounded spine. And then unravel that spine, coming back just to a long spine. We're not going to go to cow here. Big breath in, pushing down through the arms. Engage those underarm muscles first, and then tucking the tail, rolling it up. Keep that engagement of pushing down through your forearms. And we just hang out up here and enjoy this stretch through the spine. The chin goes towards the chest. And and then unravel back to long spine. going to do that one more time. Really push through the floor. And then coming back to that long spine. I have two options for our next exercise. First, let's all come off our arms for just a second. You guys can watch me while you just sit on your knees, okay? We'll be here back where we just were. You have two options. The first option, we hover the knees slightly and we're going to alternate lifting into donkey kicks, staying really square. Now this is really challenging. You can do it, but this is really challenging. So give this a try first. If you don't love it, we're going to come down, leaving the knees on the floor and just alternating through your donkey kicks with lots of control. Okay? Those are your two options. Make your way out to your forearms. Stay nice and broad with your forearms. Don't let them get too close to each other. You want to keep them slightly wide, keeping the collarbone open. So when you're ready, if you're taking let's all try the hover. You're all very strong, so let's give it a shot. We're going to hover the knees, lift the abdominals, just an inch, okay? When you're up there, you're going to exhale one foot up and down, really pushing through the floor. Activate those underarm muscles. Exhale. Now, if you hate this and it's just not working, bring those knees down and continue with your controlled donkey kicks. Big, huge exhales as you lift the foot up, like you're planting your footprint on the ceiling. Stopping and resetting anytime you need to. Let's aim for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Lower, come to shell. Release and come off to the left side with both arms. Nice big side bend. Coming back through center to the other side. We're going to try it one more time. The second round is always better. So if that one felt like a struggle, don't give up. Give it one more try. And that's how we're going to build our strength. So setting back up on those forearms, square everything off. Really think about your abdominals. So bring your mind-body connection to those abdominals and to your underarm muscles. When you're ready, hovering the knees. And we reach the legs back like you're kicking back. Exhale deeply. Really working the underarm muscles here. You can feel them working hard. Dig your fingertips into the floor. And let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Great job. Sitting into your shell stretch. We're almost done with these forearms. We're going to come back out and bring your left hand behind your lower back. So now you've just got the right hand and forearm down on the floor. We're going to exhale and press up into a tricep press and lower that arm down. If one arm is not working for you, bring the other one around and just go with 2-arm tricep press. Okay. Everything else stays square. You're exhaling as you lift. Inhale as you place your arm back down. Triceps. Let's do 3 more. 3. Can you connect with your abdominals? 2. And 1. Lower down. Don't need to do very many of those to be effective. Switching over, the left arm is down, the right arm is behind you if you're going with the single. If not, you're going to do another round of double. Big breath, and pressing up. One arm will always feel stronger than the other. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. We're almost there. I know your shoulders have had a huge workout already this morning. Control that lower. You don't want to be dropping. We want to be in control all the way through. 3 more. 2. And last one. Great work. Let that go. Shake it off. Let's roll the shoulders. Whew, our arms should be really, really warm. Let's come onto your back, face up. Whew, we made it. It always feels like such a relief to make it down here to our back. So setting ourselves up, plant the feet nice and secure on the floor, use your whole foot. Then you should feel your pelvis and tailbone, the back of your rib cage, the backs of your shoulders and arms, and the back of your head. Let's really neutralize the pelvis, making sure you feel a little space below you. Let's place your hands on your tummy so that you can feel your pointy hip bones and your rib cage. Okay? Take a big breath in. Exhale, find imprint using the muscles under your hands, your obliques. And then inhale, rock the pelvis back to neutral. It's a tiny, tiny motion. Exhale, imprint. Inhale, neutral. And just notice how the space between your fingers gets shorter as we find imprint and gets longer again as we go back to neutral. One more time. Exhale, close up the space, shorten the obliques, and inhale, rocking to neutral, keeping it there. Hands go behind our head. We're going to flex up into our ab prep 2 times, and then we'll add one of our legs coming to tabletop. So let's just go with the basic ab prep here. Let's nod the chin and set the shoulders down your back. As you exhale, the pelvis stays exactly the same. You're going to flex your head and shoulders up to look at your thighs. Inhale, we hold. And exhale, we lower back. And let's do that again. Nod the chin, set the shoulders. Exhale, flexing up. Holding, looking down your tummy. It should be nice and flush. And lowering back. And then from here, we're going to change the breath. It's going to go to a 2 breath. So exhale up, inhale down. 2 times, we're going to bring the right leg up, 2 times the left, and then switch from there. Nod the chin, set the shoulders. Exhale, we flex up. The right leg comes to tabletop. We stay neutral. Inhale, both go back to the floor. Same leg. Exhale, right leg. Flex up. And back down. We're moving over to the left for 2. Exhale, the left leg comes up. Inhale, everything to the floor. Exhale, left leg up. And inhale back. Let's go back to the right. And back to the left. They're moving simultaneously, so they should be hitting the floor at the same time. And last 2, coming up with the right for 2. And then the left for 2. Pause there, let your arms come down to your side, and before you do anything, are you still neutral in your lower back? It's just always good to kind of check in after you've been moving, seeing if you've defaulted to an imprint or if you can still feel that nice stacked ribs and hips and that space below your lower back. Okay. All right, we're coming into our imprint now, and we are going to do the 100. So just want to go over the arms for the 100. When we do them, it's like you have two little springs under your hands, and you're moving from the shoulder, and you're continuously reaching through the fingertips. So you're really got like a lot of action going with the arms, and your underarm muscles are really active, okay? So first, let's find our imprint and bring those legs to tabletop. We have 2 times we're going to bring our body into the position and back, and then we'll start our hundreds. Let's float the arms over the head like you're holding a basket or a ball above your head. Take a big breath in, nod your chin. As you exhale, flex up, reach the arms past the hips. Inhale, we hold. And exhale, let's lower down. The upper body comes down, the arms float, the ribs stay connected. Nod the chin, set the shoulders. Exhale, we flex up. So really find those underarm muscles here. We're waking them up, holding, and let's lower back down. We're going to keep our legs in tabletop for this 100. All right, we're going into it. Draw your belly button down and in. Imprint nice and strong. Nod the chin and exhale, flex up. Inhale, getting ready. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep reaching. 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway there. Flex up a little more. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't collapse. One more big breath in. And exhale, lower your head and arms. Bring your knees to your chest. Nice work. Roll around on your lower back. And just notice how you should have some warmth right under your rib cage where your upper abdominals are working so hard to maintain that connection. Awesome. Let your legs reach out long. Let's do a nice big stretch. All right, and from here, we've got a little bit more imprint work to get through. We're going to imprint, bring your legs back to tabletop, and once they're up there, you're going to cross your ankles over, creating a diamond shape with your legs. It doesn't matter which leg goes over top, okay? Hands will go behind the head here and clasp your hands so you can really support your neck. We're going to be coming into a side squeeze here. Your legs are going to move a little bit, but the legs are not the point. We're going to be working the upper body, and the legs kind of just come along for the ride, okay? Let's nod the chin and flex up. So you're looking through the diamond shape. You can still feel your shoulder blades on the floor. Chin is tucked. You're going to exhale, squeeze your right elbow towards your right knee, hip, sorry. And then inhale, come through center. Exhale, you're squeezing the left shoulder towards the left hip. And back through center. And we're just going to go side to side, focusing on the upper body movement, not the legs. The legs will move, but it's not about them. And back through center. You're really supporting your head. Keep your eyes looking right through the diamond shape. Squeezing to the side. Coming through center. Exhale, squeeze. Try to keep your elbows open. If you look at the ceiling, you'll find your neck starts to strain. Keep your eyes on your knees. And let's do one more each side. Really give it a nice squeeze. Back to center, last one. Back to center, take a breath. Lower the head. And one more time, let your legs go out long. And do a huge stretch, reaching through the body. Let your ribs pop. Just do what feels good. Okay, last imprint work, I promise. We're gonna do our full single leg stretch. So that's this one where the legs are reaching and our hands are meeting whichever knee is coming in and pushing through that knee, okay? So we'll be here. Now if this is too much for your neck, you can do this without the head up. Okay, so that's your option for modification. All right, when you're ready, roll your pelvis a couple of times, just rock through the pelvis, and then set yourself up nice and strong in your imprint. Legs come to tabletop. Let's put both hands on the right knee. Push into that right knee so you're creating tension between the two. Nod the chin and let's flex up. Big breath in. Let's go for the leg reach. It's a quick breath, really nice, strong exhale. And you're meeting that knee. Try not to let the knee come too close to the chest. And reach, really finding that quad every single time. We've got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring the knees in. Lower your head. Whew, we made it through our imprint work. Let your legs reach. Reach into a big stretch, and whenever you're ready, you're gonna flip right over onto your tummy. Whew. Rest your head on your hands. Your tummy should feel nice and warm now. We'll all feel our abs later today and probably tomorrow. So just let your body, just wiggle your hips here in prone until your pelvis feels really nice and neutral and comfortable. While we lie here, can you notice the space between the ears and the shoulders? And just see if you can release a little tension out of the shoulders, out of the traps. We're going to go up into breaststroke 3. Breaststroke 3 is the one where we bring the arms and the upper body up together. So it's like your hands are glued to your forehead. And as you lift them, everything floats up like this. Okay? Before we do that though, you want to be reaching through the legs. Let's just play with that. Play with turning your legs on and squeezing your glutes. I like to point my toes and reach through the toes. And then can you peel up the abdominals just a little bit, bringing them away from the mat towards your spine. Let's leave the legs on, really find the glutes, take a big breath in. Your neck reaches long, exhale, extend your upper body up, bringing the arms with you. Inhale, we hold. And exhale, lower down with control. Release the legs, release everything, and just notice the difference between what it feels like to be on and what it feels like to be off. Let's engage the legs, squeeze the glutes, find the core. Exhale, float that upper body. You should still feel your rib cage on the floor. Big breath in. And exhale, lowering down. Release everything. Turn it all back on. Exhale, float it up. Squeeze the shoulder blades down your back as you inhale. And exhale, lowering down. We're going to stay up on the next one, and we're going to be tipping each elbow down to touch the floor. So we're adding a little bit of rotation to this move. Big breath in. Send yourself up. Exhale, legs are on, core is on. We're going to stay up here. Exhale, tip down, touching the right elbow to the floor. Inhale through center. Exhale, the left elbow through the floor. And going side to side. So we're just up there. You're not up very high. Your lower back should not feel strained here. Really watch your shoulder tension. If anything, the shoulders are going to try to creep up into the ears. So we're just going to be mindful of that. Exhaling as you tip over. Inhale to center. You're essentially rolling through your rib cage here. And let's do one more each side. Make your neck a little bit longer. Come to center and lower down. Release and let your arms come out long. And we're going to let them go a little bit wider, so they don't have to be directly beside you. A little bit wider off the corners of your mat would be probably about the right width. The legs can also be a little bit wider, and if it feels good to turn them out into external rotation, you can go there. We're going to do a little combination move here. So it's going to be right arm, left leg, hover, and down. Then the opposite pair, and down. And then all the limbs, arms and legs are going to float for 2. 1, lower, 2. And then we start again. 1 pair, the other pair, and then all 4. Let's add the breath. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And then all of them. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. So your abdominals are lifted. Your nose is just hovering. Your legs, you've got this line of tension running through your legs and arms. And we're anchored by our abdominal connection. If you're feeling your lower back at all, engage more through the core, through the front side of the body, and don't lift the legs quite as high. Keeping it going. Single pair. Other pair. All 4. And let's think about what are we moving here. It's the back of the shoulder, back of the hip. Back of the shoulder, back of the hip, and then both. And let's do 2 more rounds of this combo. Big exhale. Big exhale. Last round. Awesome. Let that go and just notice what it feels like to release all of those lines of tension. We're going to put the head back to the hands and bring both legs into a hamstring curl. And let's zip the legs as close together as you're comfortable with. And they're just going to hang out there in this position. So for this exercise, our focus is peeling up the abdominals with every exhale, squeezing the inner thighs and finding pelvic floor. Okay, this is a pelvic floor focused exercise. Nothing is going to move or change. You're going to stay the same shape throughout. Big breath in. Make sure you can feel the front of your hips on the mat. Big inhale. As you exhale, squeeze your inner thighs, draw up the abdominals, and find pelvic floor. A gentle Kegel, maybe just a half strength. And inhale, release all that tension. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs, peel up the abdominals, find your Kegel. And release. Exhale, squeeze. And just really tune in to what's happening here. When we find the inner thighs, it really helps us find pelvic floor. And you want to try to maintain that pelvic floor connection through your whole exhale. So we're breathing nice and slow and controlled, and giving those muscles time to be on, and then releasing them. If we go too fast, they don't have time to fully engage. And let's do 4 more of these. See if you can drop some shoulder tension. And last one, squeeze, lift your core, find your Kegel. And releasing that all. When you let your legs go long, just notice how much tension was there. So much. When you're ready, press into your shell stretch. And then if you want to do that wiggle side to side. We're coming up into our high knees for our last exercise. I'm going to demonstrate it once for you, and then let me just see, I'm going to switch directions. Okay. So we're going to be coming into our thigh stretch, which is this one, where we move our whole torso. Everything moves back in one piece, and then we come back, okay? We're going to do that 2 times. Then we're going to add on. We're going to come back. We're going to stay back. Exhale, sweep your arm back. Your eyes follow your hand. Inhale back. Exhale, inhale back, and then we come back to tall. So it's just a lot on the quads. You're really going to feel them, okay? So let's all go into it together. 2 regulars, floating the arms out. Squeeze your glutes here, draw your abdominals in. Inhale, we hinge back just a little, bring the whole shape with you. Exhale, push your hands to your side and get vertical. Inhale, we sweep back. And exhale, come back vertical. Now we're going back to stay. Really keep those glutes on full time. Exhale as you sweep one arm back, look where your hand is going. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. And hand comes forward, and then we get vertical. It's a lot, right? Float back. Exhale, sweep. So we're staying back here. Sweep the arm and around and back. And pull up. Nice job. And again, float back. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, center. Sweep, center, and pull tall. Are your glutes still with you? Let's do 2 more rounds. Back, sweep, and sweep. The shape of your torso stays exactly the same throughout. Last one. Back, Exhale. Exhale. And coming tall. Whew. Holy quads. Let that go. We're going to step one foot forward into our low lunge. Doesn't matter which one, we're going to do both. Whichever leg is forward, take the opposite hand, reach it across like you're reaching across that thigh. Open the other arm and rotate. So it's like you're pushing into your thigh's pushing into your hand, and you're getting a nice big twist through your spine. Maybe you shift your weight forward just a little. And releasing that, let's bring whichever foot is forward, the opposite hand now goes up overhead into a side bend. Feeling that nice long line down the arm, down the side, into your obliques. Your obliques worked hard today with all of that imprint work, among other things. And releasing that, let's switch legs. Starting with that rotation, open, stay tall here. You might get a little snap, crackle, pop through your spine. And one more big breath there. Coming back to center, and then the opposite hand goes up and over into your side bend. Can you shift your weight forward just a little, opening that back hip? Great. And let's release that. Come to seated with your legs wide. If you want to cushion, throw one under your bum here. Wide legs. Let's point our toes right up to the ceiling. Walk out into a spine stretch, but with your chest reaching. So we're not going to be rounding here. We're going to reach out and maintain a little bit of extension as we walk out. Leading with the chest, keeping your eyes forward. And then if you're not feeling anything down your hamstrings yet, you can push down into your heels. Really root down through the sit bones and the pelvis. And hopefully you're feeling something in your hamstrings. Everyone's going to be at a different angle here, depending on your hamstring length. And just breathing. When you're ready, you're going to walk your hands back. And let's do our triceps. Bring one hand down like you're scratching your back. Then the other hand comes down and pushes just gently into that elbow. If you want to add a tiny side bend, you can. Staying nice and tall. And let's do the other side. Nice, long, slow breathing. And our last stretch, we'll bring the feet together like butterfly. And it doesn't matter, everyone's angle is going to be a little different. It doesn't matter how close it is to your center or to your pelvis. Grab your hands, clasp them around your feet like you're pulling into your feet. So you've really got a good grasp here. We're going to go into the same shape as an angry cat. So you're going to hollow out your belly, scoop in the belly, round down, bring your chin to your chest, and push the back of your rib cage backwards. You're going to feel a huge line of tension down your back. All the fascia along your spine is tight generally. Should be nice and a lot softer now after this workout. Stay rounded. Draw in your belly button just a little bit more. Push that rib cage back behind you. And then release all of that and come to cross-legged. Let's finish with 3 deep breaths. Press your hands into your thighs. Get really tall and drop your shoulders down away from your ears. 3 long deep breaths. Just letting your body calibrate everything it's been through this morning. All of the hard stuff and the good stuff. It's all good. And let's release that. Shake your body. You are all finished. Thank you so much for coming this morning, you guys. I was feeling really tired this morning, but I feel so good now. I hope you feel good too. And have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye.